Yeah. Check this out, bro. Not to cut you off. I just released, your boy got the P.O.W sessions now. The politics, the philosophies, opinions, and wisdom. I swear, just last week we just dropped one talking about your little proposal to have the little dog hookup. Why don't you go and spill it yourself to the people, man, so you can speak it better than me?
Okay, look, Big Game, this is what I got coming. It's a non-profit organization that I'm creating called Off the Chain. Chain being an acronym for comrades helping animals in need. And what we're doing, we're going to get the youth, the at-risk youth, if they get bad grades or if they in the hall on probation, whatever the case may be, we're going to couple them up with professional dog trainers that know how to train service dogs for people that need guide dogs, hearing dogs, dogs that help alert for seizures, dogs that need to alert for and help children that have autism, dogs that go to the hospital, therapy dogs, facility dogs. We're going to teach these at-risk youth how to train those dogs, and we're going to give the dogs away for free. I got all the game on the grant, everything that's going to be needed so we can get this organization cracking. And from that, we're going to create another branch off of that organization called Off the Chain, and Chain being convicts helping animals in need, which is going to be an outreach prison program for cats that's locked down. So we're going to get it live and cracking. I got the articles of incorporation already complete, the bylaws already complete, the whole program set up and how it's going to be incorporated complete. So it should be live and direct within the next year or year and 6 months, depending on how long the federal government grant my 501c3 status. So that's what I've been on. That's what I'm focusing on, and it's gonna be live, and it's gonna be all the way throughout California and beyond. And we're gonna get it cracking just like that, giving back to society from what I took away.
Absolutely. And it's funny that you say that out your own mouth, because that's the same thing I was doing. It's like, the odds is stacked against us ever since we come out the womb, just being young black men in an impoverished environment, but having that African vibe in us just through our spirit and our bloodline, homie, and it just being channeled in a way that's conducive to the phenomenon that we experience on a daily basis. So when we was in Africa, we have spears and be going through African rituals, but being that we in the inner city in the ghetto, we go through the gangbang shit with pistols and shit, but it's the same warrior thing. So once we mature and come from a more cerebral standpoint and get knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and now we start to apply that same creativity towards a more nationalistic and a more building type of outlook, bro. It's like, now we become into our kingship and start to really be able to show the potential that we've always had if it would have just been, having the cultivation and ability to be channeled properly, bro. You know what I mean?
And yeah, on the real, see, that's what, and when we talk about keeping the G code and the principles, those are everlasting, homie, but now it's time for us to grow up. We mature men now, not young kids out there on the block doing nonsense. We grown men, and now it's time to make a change for the betterment, but at the same time, still remain who we were, and I mean from birth, as far as the principles that were instilled in us from the beginning. It's time for us to make a change in the communities and grow up, homie. And that's what I'm on right now. That's what it's all about, homie. You know what I mean? So I hit the homies up, say what's happening, but at the same time, homie, it's time for us to grow up and do what's right and change around what we've been messing up for years. And that's real talk.
Absolutely. Now, my question I would like to pose to you, because we're going to go into kind of like an interview segment. The question I would like to pose to you is, do you feel it's necessary for us to detach ourselves from the terminology of blood itself in order to really have something positive to give to the community? Or can we still maintain that representation because we know the true origin of it and just try to represent it through our own physical actions and our own character in the way that we know it to be, to try to change the perception that's been misconstrued in society?
Hey, homie, that's a very, very good question on the real. Peep game. Okay, because of the perception that word has and the association that it has a very bad association with everybody that's not representing that in the community. Only Crips and Bloods is able to understand what it is, but even amongst ourselves, it still has a very bad representation. The whole thing, if we disassociate what it really and truly means, then it's okay. Look, I'm gonna put it like this: if we still use the name, we're gonna always have a bad outlook. Everybody's gonna look at us messed up. But it's up to us to it's right. But I don't think that the perception of society is going to be able to take that and look at it for what it is, because we're going to only be a few that's doing it, because we have the world against us, every single blood. And if the Crips do the same thing, all the Crips that's on the blocks is going to be against what the real representation of it was, because before Cookie died, he tried to do the same thing for them, but they wasn't seeing it. So it's an uphill battle if we maintain that association. But at the same time, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to sit there and say, look, homie, this is what it really means? And is everybody going to go with it? I don't think so, because we're up against it, because everybody has this false gangsterism that they think is supposed to be what it's really supposed to be, and it wasn't actually created for that. So it's an uphill battle, homie. And just to answer your question, I really don't know. We need to sit down and have a round table and develop and see what we can do in order to make the biggest impact on society.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's the last book that you read, bro?
The last book I read was a book on training dogs. That's the very last book that I read, because I'm creating this nonprofit organization. It was Dogs for Dummies.
So what was the last book of a revolutionary nature? Well, training dogs is revolutionary too, but you know what I mean from a more African, a pro-black standpoint. What was the last book you read in that context?
Met to Netter Volume 6 about 20 days ago.
Okay, so tell the people, because you just said you read that 20 days ago, but you just said the book you read, the last book you read was the dog training book. How frequent do you go through books, bro?
That's hilarious, homie. I read books. You would think I'm a librarian the way I'm mashing through books so much and rereading them. I'm reading at the very least, 4 books a month, at the least.
Who got you started reading like that, G?
It's funny that you asked. It seems that let me refresh my recollection, because it's just like back in about 1997 when we was in high drama, homie, and in the cell on the upper C yard on lockdown, homie. You was on my bunker, like, homie, it's time for you to start reading these books, doing this, and I wasn't even feeling you, homie. I was like, this is a set, homie, we do this, we do that. You like, homie, this is how you supposed to do it, homie. Develop, grow your mind. And we was up in there, homie, and I took heed to what you were saying, but on the outside I was rebelling. Like, homie, what happened to you, homie? You not the homie that you were supposed to be, this and that, but you was keeping it G like you supposed to, and lace me up, because you was in the pen before me and told me, look, homie, this is what it's all about. This is what the revolution is all about. This is what we supposed to do, and this is how we supposed to do it. And for that, homie, I thank you. I love you, homie, for that, homie, because from that point on, I ain't never stopped. Homie, after we bounced from each other, I ain't never stopped, homie. I'm still grinding to this day, homie. That was some grown man stuff right there, and I appreciate it, homie.
What diplomas have you received since you've been gone, bro?
Okay, I'm a certified paralegal, certified drug counselor, specialist 1, certified in drug counseling, bookkeeper. I got my AA degree with emphasis in social sciences. I got my business certificate certification. Health certified for teaching peer education in health. What else I got? I got some. I'm a for Toastmasters International, which is an international organization that teaches leadership and speaking skills. I got my confident communication. I finished the 10 projects I'm supposed to, and my leadership award in that organization. Homie, that's probably a gang of things I'm forgetting. I got so much stuff, and I don't want to be bragging and boosting myself up.
No. See, what we doing right now, bro, is we really writing our own story, and this leads me right to my next question, because the last book I read, bro, was called "Die Nigger Die" by H. Rap Brown, 1969, and in that book, he gave a story about a little brother who went to elementary school and came home one day and was like, Dad, why every time you tell me about the lion, he's the king of the jungle, but in school, the white man always killed the lion? The man looked at his son and was like, son, it's always going to be like that until the lion write his own story. So, Lil TK, what's going to be your story, my boy, when you write your own story and it's all said and done? At the end of the day, what is Lil TK? Ultimately, his legacy is going to live and be synonymous with something original and something spellbinding. What's that story you going to write for the people, bro?
My legacy is going to be from the streets to the pen, and what I've done from the pen, and that's creating this nonprofit organization that's going to change millions of lives, homie, where everybody's going to be able to know what we represented, how we represented it, and what we can do by representing it in a positive manner, how we flipped all that negativity and made such a big difference in the world, homie. All of us, how we get out and what we do. That's what my legacy is going to be, homie, that I can never be held down. They got their foot on my neck, homie, I still push them off and keep pushing forward and make a big change in the lives of others and myself, homie. That's going to be what the legacy is going to be.
And before we leave, you know, a lot of times the people are always taken aback by one particular tattoo that I got that goes across the top of my chest. Do you remember what that tattoo is, bro?
Okay, hold on. If I can remember correctly, homie, this started with some deodorant. You remember we had the deodorant, homie, and we had to lace the whole thing. This is the first and only tattoo that I've ever done in my whole life, homie. And this is a black power tattoo. And look, homie, the representation and that represents, homie, the representation that represents, I said it correctly. The representation that represents is the power of the people coming together as one. Homie, and that is once we put all of our minds together. See, this is what I call the Tower of Babel syndrome, because once everyone speaks different, the symbology of that story is once everybody speaks different languages, they're not together, they're not one, they can't build nothing up high enough to reach to the God. So the whole thing with Black Power, homie, the underlying meaning is once we get our minds together as one, once we become one, and once we act as one, we'll be able to accomplish anything and everything that we need to accomplish to become successful people and successful in the nation and successful in the world.
Absolutely.
That's what that tat represents, homie, for those that's concerned.
Now, homie, we was up at like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm leaning up against the wall. You going too deep? I'm like, Lil TK, blood, the needle too deep, blood.
I didn't know what I was doing. Homie, and
yeah, bro. You know, so, man, you know, that's you know, a lot of people really be taken aback like that. But damn, man, you know, I ain't really used to seeing no brothers with no big old black power tattoos, but they don't realize the symbolism and really how deep it goes, because one of my real brethren that I really love and grew up with and really shared a lot of experiences and growth with, I got the honor of carrying some with me every day that you participated in putting on me, my boy. You feel me?
On the real, indeed, homie.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, we gonna keep on pushing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got way more than enough sound bites right now to get you on the album and some more shit. So, you know, other than your name being on damn near everything I do, bro, you know, we gonna keep pushing. We gonna keep trying to stay with these courts and these affidavits, and we gonna be out there real soon together, bro. You dig?
Homie, on the real, and that's what's up, homie. We gonna keep pushing. Never, ever give up. Never let them get us down. We're going to keep pushing forward, homie, until we meet the ground on the real. That's how we going to do it.
Yeah, that all the time. I love you, brother.
I love you too, homie.
Yeah, like I said, I really appreciate your words. Hey, I want to introduce you to my little homie, man. You know, he a young cat that do a lot of the video and blogs for the wrong kind, but he been a real young dude and gave me his expertise with the videography and all type of different technical things to my disposal, homie, the little homie SDC kid. SD, you there, little bro?
Yeah, I'm right here. Nice to meet you, Lil TK. It's an honor, bro, for real. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Let me know if you need anything, too.
All right, that's great looking out, homie, on the real. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, is there anything you want to say before you go, bro?
Just, homie, I love you, homie, and we just going to keep our head up. and do what we do, homie. Keep marching forward, homie. Don't let nothing get you down. And I mean, without opposition, homie, it wouldn't be no success. Struggle is what brings us success, homie. So we struggle against all odds and keep it pushing forward, homie, until death. You know it. That's how we get out.
Yeah, hey, I text Slick the other day too when we was on the line, but he told me he was on the airplane, blood. So go on and leave Slick a message, so just in case we can't catch him on the line, at least he'll be able to hear you. You dig?
Oh yeah, on the real. Tell Slick what's happening, homie. This is your boy Lil TK. Hey, homie, I'm up in here just doing my thing. I'm keeping my head up and pushing forward, homie. You gonna hear about this organization and I'm pushing, and we gonna keep the Southeast and keep pushing forward and doing what we do and what we know how to do, homie.
Yeah.
One love, homie, and good looking out, putting out the music that we can all relate to. The realest music, homie. Class.
Yeah, that all the time. Well, I love you, bro, man. I ain't gonna take up too much more of your time. Good looking for stopping through, man. And this is a P.O.W. session, man. Philosophies, opinions, and wisdom, man. You know, this is like some King Tut scrolls of some real ancient wisdom and two real young G's, man, about that Southeast area, man, that really put that banging up in it, man. You know what I'm saying? When it came time to really get our reputation, man, going to them Sadie Hawkins dances at all the different high schools, going to them Valencia Park CIF football games when niggas had the letters ironed on the back of their shirts, going to the skating ring, but you know, we was showing up, my niggas. We was showing love. Remember that time? Hey, remember that time we went to try to enroll in Morris for summer school, blood? They was waiting on us outside the office. Come on, blood.
Real, homie, on the real.
Yeah, that all the time. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love you.
Yeah, that's on the real. All the time. Homie, how you a good night, bro?
You too, Tim. I love you.
I love you too. All right, bro.
I don't know why these niggas wanna test my aim. Press out when they speak my name. Like I ain't one of the best to ever press the game. Blasphemy, it's a goddamn shame. I don't know why these niggas wanna test my aim. Breath out when they speak my name. Like I ain't one of the best to ever press the game. Blasphemy, it's a goddamn shame. Front page worldwide, play the game so mean. Me and my team.